Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. That's right. Thank you for tuning in and taking that deep, 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 deep breath with me. How you feeling, fam? How was your week? Did you remember to take those deep, deep breaths? Sit back and focus on yourself. Thank you for coming to dance with me today. 5/6/13/2018. How you doing out there, community? Well, y'all know the state that I am in. As I've been sharing with you, I'm in that reversal state from 5 months ago, 6 months ago. My body correcting itself from that cellular malfunction of a stroke. And let's see, that started December the 15th. So we done gone through January, February, March, and I say round about the end of April, coming into May, the body did a reversal. I feel like I got most of that pharmaceuticals they put in my system out of my body. Body began to correct itself, and the reversal of symptoms started showing back up, and I'm able to deal with them a little bit better. But this past week, I've been really, it's not that my nerves have been vibrating a great deal, still feeling, but they've been at a steady pace. But the action of feeling like that pumping up my body, inflating it, I've been going through that this week, and I'm in a state right now where that side feels so big. You know how I talk about them helium balloons. That's where I'm at right now. And so I'm in a kind of relaxed state of mind with you today. So once again, I'll prepare some information to share with you. Somebody needed that. Take that deep breath and sit back and relax. And that's what we're going to do right now. So as I begin to share with you today, I want you to put yourself in that meditative state and focus on that kundalini snake in the body at the base of the spine, where all those signals are sent out to the body to help the body process these, correct themselves. And so we focus on the kundalini breath just to remind us to hit every center of the body, all the chakra centers in the body. And you want to sit back now and take that deep, deep breath. And where you want to start from. If you want to start from focusing on the diaphragm in the middle, you can. If you want to start at the very big tip of your toes, you can start there and work your way up. If you want to start from the head, you can start there and feel your body all the way through. I'm personally sending energy into my face, continuing to relieve up all that mucus that's in there so the lymphatic vessels can work as that inflammation is pouring down through from the brain as I relieve that pressure up in there so my body can get back to processing correctly. And I would say that it's processing correctly now because of the state that it's in, what it's doing, and I'm in alignment with that. And so take those deep breaths, focus on your air. For me, I'll just say we're starting at the feet too. And we're feeling that energy move all the way up And wherever you have that stagnation in your body, wherever you're feeling some concerns that you want to stop right there and take that deep, deep breath and relax the body and meditate and think on positive things and good things as you tell your body, because that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm telling my body, how to self-correct itself, being in alignment with it, sending that information to it, and just honoring the process that I'm going through, because it's cellular malfunctions, but it's a healing process. Cells will malfunction. We're going to have some issues as we continue our journey here on planet Earth, and no matter how minor they are, no matter how great they are cellular malfunctions, and we just honor where we are and listen to the body that tells us what systems that need to be correct, or is it a body of the whole that needs to be correct. But rest assured and know one thing for certain, family, it's only you are the one that can do it. No matter who you're working with, no matter who you're talking with, the bottom line is what decisions you're making for yourself. What thoughts are you having? What route are you choosing to take at whatever time that you're choosing to take it? Because it is you that creates your healing journey. So sit back and take that breath with me and focus on just where you are. This is an opportunity for you to take your time and center yourself. This is the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. And I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, as well as I'm sharing with you things that allow you to assist your body with living in a state of calmness and peace and harmony. And if any areas that you're not feeling in that, how to sit back and take a moment and think about the things that you have done that allowed your body to get into that state, and how you can self-correct it free of pharmaceuticals. So once again, I'm your host, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator. And I am excited to be with you today, even though I'm in a calm state, because I could sound like my body is vibrating to me like that. But I can control that. But sometimes that makes me laugh to actually kind of like speak in terms of the way my body is feeling. It makes it come a whole. So don't be in a state of fright. Don't be in a state of frustration. If you're sitting there and you're going through something right now and you want to correct those cellular malfunctions, you got to start having those thoughts of correcting your cellular malfunction, and knowing that you can do that if you take the time and do what we say. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. That's why I say it's Conscious Self-Healthcare Hour, and I want to thank you for coming to dance with me today. So you all know what I do. One of the things that I do is bioenergetics, bioinformational medicine, and bioenergetics takes us beyond the limitations of biochemistry. We want to know how biochemistry in our body works, just as a human being. Like I said, you don't have to take it up to the level of a doctor where they have to study it, but you have to study enough to understand how to take care of your body and what your body signals are saying to you, and just understanding some biochemistry structure. And so we help you with that with our course in cellular ecology that you can sign up at my website and be a part of that journey. So again, I invite you always to come and dance with me. Thank you for dancing with me. And that literally means taking the opportunity to take a moment and dance, circulate, get the body moving. Along with that deep, deep breath, you want to move the body. You want to learn how to lymphocyze so you can help your lymphatic system, because that is how I am correcting that cellular malfunction, pharmaceutical-free, worry-free, and drug-free. I'm lymphocyzing. I'm empowering my lymphatic system. I am my own wellness doctor, and that's what we do here on this show. We help you to become your wellness doctor. When you are working with me, that's my goal, is to help you understand how to better take care of yourself. So sit back and take a deep, deep breath with me. And so, I share with you the future in healthcare, which is here right now. One of the best tools that is out there on the market for us to use is the Nest health, total wellness system, and I offer you the opportunity to work with that system and me as your lead. But then I turn that wheel over to you. I can work with you anywhere in the world through our system that we have that allows you to have a device at your home hooked up to your computer, and we can do that scan with the Nest Provision, the Bio Wellness System. We reassess with the Nest My Health, the tool that I have on right now, sending them soft vibrational frequencies into my body to help me stay calm. The Nest My Health, which helps to rejuvenate, and the re-imprint with the Nest pharmaceuticals. As I shared with you, to get that book that we're using to promote the anthology of wellness stories that we're doing this year, I have that book out. Feel Good, Feel Better is the ebook, and it talks about the Feel Good pharmaceuticals from Nest Health. And those are the pharmaceuticals that I have been using. Yes, I've scanned myself, but right now I am using those 19 Feel Good pharmaceuticals over the past 5 months to assist my body with making the correction, while I'm also working alongside of the diet and also the conscious thought process, because that's what we got to do. We got to be in alignment with what we want in all areas of our life. So once again, bioenergetics, informational health care for the whole family, and that is including your pets. Yes, I have the Nest product to actually scan your pets at a distance, and the family can heal energetically together. So thank you for tuning into the Conscious Self-Health Care Hour. We're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to come back and continue sharing with you. Take that deep, deep breath and sit back and relax. Focus on yourself. Peace and harmony. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified anthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the Friendship Train to Healthcare Free. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words sell, CELLLIFE.com.
We can make it on our own. We need love and unity that will make a better community. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, come on, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, let's show love and respect. Always remember never to forget that together we stand, and divided we fall, all for one, and one for all. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, come on and let's help one
That's
another.
what we got to do.
All of my
In that loving state. Y'all know my health is health education for longevity and peace. That's how I'm trying to assist you and help you. And I say trying because you have to be receptive to it. So I'm giving you the information and I'm sharing with you so you can become your own wellness doctor. I'm not only sharing the information with you, I'm also sharing my process of correcting my cellular malfunction now, and how I'm doing it based on the information that I have. And we got to help one another. And we have to help one another see the best way to support this human body, this vessel that we're in, that we're moving around with in planet Earth. There's a lot of things that can interfere, but there's a way for you to self-correct those things by staying focused and understanding about your environment. Your environment and what you think about your environment and what you're going through is everything. And that is health. That's health care. That's making sure that you are aware of what's going on. And like the commercial says, I work with the Nest Health Wellness System. And what do we do with that system? We're actually looking at your body field. Yes, everything has a field around it. Everything has a structure and it has a field, and that field is giving off information. So your body field, along with your physical body, works as one in a sense. Okay? They're interdependent, but one cannot exist without the other. And so that's that higher vibration of knowledge of who you are, how the body structure works beyond the human body. Same way if you look at a computer, before we got into Windows and things like that, you wanted to know that DOS environment. You want to know the levels above so you'll be able to work on that system a lot better. And so you want to think of your body like that too. So there's a higher system. And our Nest Wellness Tools, we read that higher system and we let you see where you have the breaches at and how you can self-correct those breaches. And then on the physical body, you have to always ask yourself, how you caring for the physical body. Are you providing the right raw materials that the body needs? And yes, there's a group of raw materials that the body needs that all human bodies need. But remember, those things process on the way you think and how you respond to things. But you want to begin to work in that consciousness, that understanding. Medical education does not prepare psychologists or medical doctors to deal with spirituality and human experiences. And spirituality is the key, the vibrational frequency of who we are and the structure, that higher level beyond that biochemistry system that we all must be in one with. And that's a personal thing. That's a self thing, because we are individualized expression of that universal being. So no two people are functioning the same or think the same. And that's why one thing may work for another and may not work for that other person, because their consciousness is not in that realm. And so we have to honor that. So I work with you to become independent, to understand how the physical body works, to understand that higher level that supports the physical body, to help you get where you want to be. So I'm thanking you for coming to dance with me and honoring yourself with self-love, self-care, and self-respect. And when you are ready to be a guest and share your wellness journey with me right here on Heart to Heart, Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, you can call in and give your 2-minute talk. Go to the website, consciousselfcare.com, click that link, submit your story, and then come co-host with me and share with me on the radio and be a part of that anthology of wellness stories that we're putting together. We're putting together to share with people different ways that people are helping themselves correct their cellular malfunctions, not diseases. Cells will begin to malfunction when they don't get the proper balance of minerals, nutrition, and relaxation that they need. And we have to be willing to give ourselves that. And y'all know I love that song by Dave. Shirley just keep singing in my head right now. Let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. It's time to help one another. Get rid of the frustration. Look at how, just let me tell you something. When you send out strong vibrations of support for someone else, no matter how you feel it, it raises your vibration. And that's why I can't get caught up and stuck into anything that's not about bringing about a positive in life, because I don't want my body to be vibrating over there in that area right there. And that's why I see what currently has happened to me as a blessing to move forward and how I got got here, I've already shared that journey with you. And it's not about that. It's about how I'm moving through it and the things that I am doing. And when you're on that path and you're moving in that direction, I'm telling you, the universe put things around you, people in front of you, and all you have to do is tune into those things that's helping you stay at that level that you want to be at as you correcting your cellular malfunctions. And one of the persons that I follow a great deal is Bruce Lipton, his work. And if you don't know who Bruce Lipton is, you need to just go out there and Google his name and understand the phenomenon that's around him and his work and what he has done in the field of quantum health and healing and dealing with understanding that level of the body that tells us about epigenetics and how things is below, above, as some say, below the cellular level and above it. But this article came out about Bruce this week that I came through on Facebook, and I was like, damn, the universe is awesome. It lets you know that you are in a process if you're paying attention to the signals and signs that are around you. And when I saw this quick 2-minute video from Bruce Lipton, I had to say, dang, Karen, you need to honor yourself for where you are, what you're doing, and how you're looking at things. I just want to share a little bit with you from this video from Bruce Lipton. And I said, this is how I wrote it up. I said, wow, I am so excited to see a video from Bruce Lipton. The title is How to Use 100% of Your Brain. New scientific discoveries about the brain and what this means for brain functioning. Yeah, information has been out there for a while, but they make it sound like it's new and new discoveries. And when you really do your research, you know that it's a repeat of things that someone tried to bring forth years ago and the medical industry suppressed it. But now is the time that they cannot suppress things like people just learn about the lymphatic system of the brain. But if I've been teaching the lymphatic system for over 20-something years and I knew about it, so that information has been there and we just have to be aware of that. And so this is what Bruce Lipton had to say about these new discoveries. Bruce Lipton says, the belief that we only use 10% of our brain is a myth. When scientists discover that 10% of our brain is neurons, they regulate the other 90% of the glial cells to passive support cells. But new scientific research shows that those cells are much more important than first thought. Those GLIAL cells, which I have a hard time pronouncing that word, important than first thought. And this is a major component of our brain, has been misunderstood. And when I was reading this article, the first thing that came to me was when I do the NET scans and scanning my human body field, and it reads from the top level all the way down to biochemistry, I kept seeing these cells that he's speaking of coming up on the scan. And that's why I knew something was going on and something was coming down. So this information has been there, and it's a part of the Nest Wellness tools. When we scan the human body field, we see this. So I was saying, like, wow, I was seeing that coming up a lot, and I see what it meant and where it was leading me. So he says, now that we officially have access to 100% of our brains at all times, how do we actually use all of it? Because they're saying those 90% of those cells wasn't active, didn't mean anything. But I'm telling you, they mean a great deal, and they tell a lot, and they send a lot of signals to the body. They're very important. He says, we became whole brain when we start to think holistically instead of relying on recurrent and habitual patterns that activate the same pathways. When we synchronize both hemispheres, we create something Bruce Lipton calls super learning. This sync leads us to using 100% of our brain and creates harmony and peace in our body and mind. And the reason why I'm so excited about this video, because when he speaks to this video, and like I said, type in Bruce Lipton name and you probably will end up seeing this current video of his. And he was talking about how you innately begin to work with left and right hemisphere. And as my body is correcting itself from this cellular malfunction of a hemorrhagic stroke, I have found myself with my legs crossed. At the bottom, ankles crossed, one over the other, and I cross at the top, I cross my one leg over top of my knee, and because I'll be massaging that area, working my lymphatic vessels. But at the same time, what they're saying is by me doing that, I am actually really supporting the retrainment of my brain where I had the experience of the stroke at. So I'm doing things naturally that I didn't really know was really supporting me. And then to see this video by him, it was really great for me to see that it says naturally trusting the vibration, the energetic responses, the information is coming to me that I see because I'm in that state of wanting to help my body correct itself. And when you're in that state and you look to see what is being shared with you, you'll be able to better assist yourself. So I was really, really grateful to see this video from Bruce Lipton because, as you know, 6 months ago, I experienced what is called a hemorrhagic stroke. After being in ICU sick care for 7 days, I fired my doctors, and I began my cells rejuvenation phase. Now, I still experience, like I'm saying today, the after effects of the stroke. Like my right side and my left side are separate, even though I know it is not true. I can still feel internal processes, which is really great for me to see how my emotions or my vibration to certain situations and how my nervous system is really responding to it, because I can feel it on the right side and I'm not feeling it on the left side, which is the way it should be, not feeling the internal processes of the nerves. We shouldn't really feel them. But I'm thankful that I can feel them, and knowing that when I'm saying I'm in this state and I'm saying, well, I'm in a calm state, and then because I can feel my right side is saying like, no, you're really not. You think you better rethink that because you can feel the nerves. They give a little bit more activity. On the other side, you can't feel anything, so you don't know. You're just saying that, oh, I'm calm about it. But you may not really be. So it's a real great experience for me and really understanding the nervous system of what I'm going through and how I can better assist other people by now saying my own personal journey. So I tell you, this experience is amazing. And the knowledge about the brain that I have learned in my studies already and the study work that I am doing now, the brain after the stroke and what happens to the brain to experience this issue called a stroke. This information has been amazing to me. My research and what I'm doing and learning about different products and nutrients to use to support and help my body correct itself. So there are new thought patterns that I am creating and new activities that I am doing. And of course, the better way to feed the cells. But what has assisted me the most besides my attitude about what happened, and you have to have a different attitude when you're going through things, definitely cellular malfunctions. You got to have a different attitude about them. So as I see the positive side of it, what is it? I'm still alive and I'm still moving, and I'll move beyond. I mean, I have my mobility my mobility on my left side is it's great. The mobility on my right side is becoming as great as my left side. Things are getting back into balance. But I incorporated these kinds of brain exercises that Bruce is talking about in this video, along with other activities. And I tell you, I do feel great. Even when I'm in the state that I am in right now, with all the vibrations and feeling like my body is being pumped up like a tire is being pumped up, I know that the body is beginning to correct itself because I feel a difference in the vibrations than I felt 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 1 month ago. Even though I'm going through the same processes, the vibration is different and the feeling is different. And I know that it's a correction is going on right there. And I say this to say to anybody that if you're going through something and you call yourself correcting it, you have to feel your body. You have to make sure, you have to have a way to gauge what you're doing and what is working and supporting you. You just can't be running around, just keep doing things. You have to pay attention and be focused. And that's one of the things that I work with people to come with me on to assist them with doing that. So as I continue this healing phase, I'm looking forward to as I say, everything is the now moment of feeling totally like my left side of the brain, where I do feel the internal processes of the body. I don't feel it on that left side. I'm looking forward to getting back to that side. But this side has taught me so much. So I'm thankful for people like Bruce Lipton and the work that they're doing to share with you of how to become more independent about the body and understanding bioenergetics, bioinformation transformational field of medicine, quantum health and healing, carry us beyond just basic biochemistry, the physical of the body. We have to bring it all together as a whole because we are a whole. I know I am on the right track. And now I know for sure that I am doing the corrective things to assist the body with the natural healing process. So I'm giving 2 thumbs up to me, for trusting what I know, from trusting my studies as a doctor of lymphology, teaching cellular ecology, as a board-certified holistic advisor, going through all the levels of nutritional training that I've gone through. I'm trusting those things that I know that I have been sharing to help me correct these things, these cellular malfunctions going into my body, trusting me and not the drugging of doctors, those doctors that told me that I will be back in less than 5 months with another stroke. And I get to say, you lose, I win. I didn't focus on what you said, what's going to happen to me. I decided to take, as I say with everybody else, become your own wellness doctor. Take care of yourself. So I'm thanking you for joining me on my friendship train as I'm sharing with you and offering you the opportunity to share your wellness story with me, how you're taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, and self-respect. And you can ask me, how can you correct your cellular malfunctions free of pharmaceuticals? And I can assist you with that, helping you doing just that. So take that deep, deep breath. Come on, sit back. Feel yourself taking that deep breath. Take a moment and breathe. And it's amazing. Every time I get on the show, just before the show, my body is so active. It be so expanded. And then when I get on the show and I get to talking, everything start calming down. And I notice that calmness. And the other thing that I want to share that I have been forgetting to share on this show, when I first came back to radio, and you have to have these earphones on. And so, like I said, I was going through what I was going through, but there was a strong vibration that was occurring with these headphones on. And I just chose not to focus on that. And then during last broadcast, last Wednesday, it kept coming to me. It kept saying, guess what? Pay attention. It's not vibrating as much through the headphones. Things are getting better. Do you realize that? And that was the thing that just kept coming to me last week. And every time I did a commercial break, I said, I got to come back and say it. And then it would leave me. But it's amazing how I don't have this feedback in the earphones coming from the frequencies that's around the radio broadcasting of what I'm doing. So that's major when what you're going through is dealing with the correcting the hemispheres of the brain and that excess fluid and that excess sodium in the brain and helping your body relieve that. I don't have that palpitation that I was just tuning out since I came back on the radio. So I'm happy to report that it's still the same way this time. I'm not feeling that vibration that strongly. And that's amazing. And that's what we have to do. We have to pay attention to the things that we're going through. So energetically speaking, for me, you don't die, you transition. And sometimes we transition from the name of a disease and how we are processing that through our bodies. So if you are taking any form of a man-made drug, some people say you transition from you poisoning yourself of that drug. They say you poison yourself to death. You deciding that you no longer want to be in this coat and you're ready to move on. Leaving the physical body behind and moving your energy forth in a more pluralistic way is supportive of everyone, because like we say, energy doesn't die, and we are truly energy. And so we might leave the form, the earthly form, the body, but we don't die. Cellular malfunctions will happen at any age. And if you choose to leave your physical body, you will. And that would be transitioning by natural cause, because you said energetically, I'm ready to leave this physical experience. And that's how I tend to like to look at it. So I love life, and I love the life I am living. And I accept the fact that people have to leave, because you hear me talking all the time about my loved ones and reading energy, and that energy is always with us. Once it has touched us, and once that energy has come to planet Earth, the energy still vibrates in a loop, and it assists people. And so I say that to say to my sister India, Holloway, I just want to say to you that I love you. I send you positive energy as you think on your sister, Metanetta, India Holloway. She is the host of The Clean Machine that comes on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Healing Frequency, Inner Light Radio. She is a colon hydrotherapist, nationally board certified, and she also speaks in terms of iridology and holistic healthcare. The Clean Machine, and her sister Metanessa co-hosts with her, and she is now gone back to the energetic realm, and we have some more great energy that lived a wonderful life and shared positive information as a nurse and how to care for your being. So that energy is now there to assist us more, those that has that focus. So I'm sending her light and love as she remembers and will always share her sister's love for life. So take a deep breath, honor yourself, and know that people do transition, and we can take those deep, deep breaths, and we can hold on to the vibration of their love because it will assist us if we allow it. Care about what other people think, and you become a victim of living from their consciousness, and you become a prisoner to their reality. Why do people still see the word God as a human, as a human being that punishes and has you living in fear of that word God? The energy of source creation knows none of this. People are working from a man-made mindset of human consciousness around religion, the great separator, keeping you from tuning into yourself and understanding yourself. So I share with people all the time that, Karen, what religion do you practice? You know, you have the title of minister. So my religion is love. That's what I am. I'm a minister of love. My religion is love, and as a minister, I share a message of self-care, self-love, and self-respect. You hear me say those all the time: self-care, self-love, self-respect, and how to move beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness about life and health care. You have to focus on yourself. Energy is always sending information to you one way or another to assist you. And when we understand that, we will live a better life here. So yes, I understand if you see things differently than the status quo, then something is, as they say, mentally wrong with you, and they, the majority, are right. Wrong again. There are more people today understanding this mind-made mindset of human consciousness and are running away from it. Yes, people are. They're running away from being conditioned and told that they have to feel a certain way, and this is going to happen to you, and it's a part of aging. You look around, you expand your horizon, you expand your knowledge, and you're going to see something differently. And if you stay tuned into the Conscious Self Healthcare Hour radio show and come work with me, yeah, you're going to feel the difference. So come aboard this friendship train 100%, because we're on a healthcare ride to freedom. From pharmacide and nutricide, and you got to run away from the sad standard American diet. You got to understand how to work with that diet, what things are best for the body. I've been a nutritionist for a long time, and I started off telling people how they can eat, and you shouldn't eat this and you shouldn't do that. But as I more and began to understand the processes of the body, but most importantly, what I understand was the individualized expression of this life on planet Earth. I just tell people what the body needs, and you make your choices, and we don't get into that. I just sit back and say, if that's what you want and that's the way you want to do it, then I honor that. Not forcing anything on anybody. Got to take that time for yourself. Get involved and understand exactly what you need to do. So we're going to sit back and listen to some music. Jamal, I'm giving you thumbs up to start another commercial. And as I sit back and I take these deep breaths and think about the things I've just shared, and being thankful for the vibration of my body. And family, community, sit back and be thankful and think about your loved ones and the message that they're trying to share with you through their life and through their journey that they've taken. Take that deep breath. keep breathing. Jamal, we're going to set up for a commercial break.
Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749.
So, yes, taking that deep, deep breath and setting back and thinking about how you're caring for your body. That's what we need to do. You're listening to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. I'm the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare Educator. I help you understand what your body's symptoms are saying and how for you to best correct them. And we do that by working together as a team. I know there's a caller that has called in. It's online. Can you hold on for one moment for me while I share what's going to happen on the next week's broadcast show? You know that we're celebrating, we're honoring the individuals that were honored at the 8th Annual National Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. We know that April is Conscious Self Healthcare and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. I wanted everybody to know that next week, January the 20th, we were supposed to have the honoree of the Hadari Abdul Ali Conscious Self Healthcare Award, Brother Humam Abdul Malik out of Washington, D.C. But once again, his work schedule has come in where he cannot come on the show next week. And so I called on another brother in the community, and I asked him to join me as a conversation that I had with Jamal about how to get people on the show. So I extended an invitation to Nathaniel Jordan to join me on the air next January the 20th, next Wednesday, to share his wellness story and what he shares from his personal story to the community to shift out of chronic disease care stress. Mr. Jordan responded with "Count me in." I saw his interview on the Rock Newman show and how he is working with Rock Newman to meet his health goals. I hope, as he said to me in responding, I hope you have a long life and excellent health. He is the Minister of Wellness. His name is Nathaniel Jordan. He's a motivational health and wellness speaker, National Federation of Professional Trainers and Certified Master Trainer. American Council on Exercise Certified Health Coach. He's going to be joining me next week. He's going to have a health symposium in Washington, D.C., I believe on the 21st, that Thursday. So I'm looking forward to Mr. Jordan. And like I say, he's called the Minister of Wellness. He's going to be joining me, sharing his wellness story and what he is doing to assist other people to gain and their next level of wellness. You can learn more about him and be prepared to listen in next week. You can go to his website, which is theministerofwellness.com. He also has a YouTube channel, the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan. You can check out his videos there. And join us next week as he come along and share his wellness story, because that's what it's about. We're sharing our wellness journey and also what we do and our way of supporting individuals to correct their cellular malfunction. So join me as He come in, that'll be June the 20th, not January, as I said. So, again, that's my mother. That's her way of coming in and telling me to talk when January, when I do stuff like that. That's her birth month. So, caller, thank you for calling in. Do you have something you'd like to share with us, or you're just listening in?
No, I want to leave a message for Estella Chavis.
Were you dialing the wrong number to leave that message?
Okay, what number should I be dialing?
I have no idea, Jamal. I don't know who you're speaking of, sir. You're tuned into Inner Light Radio. This is the Conscious Self Healthcare Radio Show. So I thank you for calling in. Call back after the show and maybe you can get some assistance. Okay, call back in an hour and you can get some assistance, okay? Thank you very much. That do happen from time to time. So, yes, I'm thankful that Mr. Jordan is going to be sharing with us. I like that, the Minister of Wellness. I like the way he worked with Rock Newman. If you don't know who Rock Newman is, the Rock Newman Show, you know, he was a boxing promoter and among other things. And he has a radio show and he brings on many, many people to share wellness information with you. I like this brother's approach. So I reached out to him and gave him a call and asked him would he join me on the radio show, and like I'm asking you to do, to call in and share your wellness story. Again, you can visit my website, Conscious, CONSCIOUSELF care.com. You can join the Facebook group Wellness Stories, WELLNESSS. TORIES. Join that group. Like our page, Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery. If you work in the health field, you work with individuals, join in with me and let's share their wellness story in the anthology book. Visit my website, learn more about the tools I use, Nest Health, bioenergetic tools, provision tools, learn also about the other systems I use to read the autonomic nervous system of the body so you can better understand. These are tools that are used in the medical industry that I use to assess people, but we don't use it from a point of fright or fear. You let you know where each system is, where it stands at, and what you need to do to begin to correct your cellular malfunctions. Because like I say, we will have them. It's all about what you're doing. And again, as always, remember, family, become conscious. Take a break this week. You know, you're working all these hours. You're doing so many things for the betterment of your life, but are you taking time to tune into yourself? We got to have that time to breathe, to take that moment to relax, to ask ourselves how we live in our life, what is going on. You don't want things to sneak up on you and just shut you down all of a sudden. And that's why we have to take those moments to tune into ourselves. And what is a better way than focusing on the breath, that connection from the outer world, the inner world. This whole being here is through the breath. So take those deep breaths through the week and take a moment and ask yourself how you care for yourself. And if you find yourself using a number of pharmaceuticals and you want to release those pharmaceuticals, I'm here to assist you with doing that. Stepping away from pharmaceuticals, allowing the body to begin to heal themselves, and understanding the process that you will go through when you make those changes. So come join me on this friendship train, because I'm telling you, we're on a Harriet Tubman's ride. From pharmacide, nutricide, yes, that sad standard American diet. We can learn how to support the body with moving and having a terrific time here as our instrument to engage with. So join me through the week. Connect with me on Facebook, send me a friend request and join the groups, and let's begin to talk and share and support that anthology book and get that ebook from me. Yes, self-love, self-care, self-respect. Feel good, feel better with the Feel Good Pharmaceuticals. I list those Feel Good Pharmaceuticals to you on my last show. And you can visit my website to know what they are. And don't forget to tell everybody to join me next week as we hear from the Minister of Wellness, Mr. Jordan. And again, you can go to his website, check him out, and have some questions and comments for him. And maybe you'll call in then and share with him anything that you have. But I'm looking forward to talking to him. I like the way I heard him speak on the Rock Newman show, and Rock Newman saying that out of all the people that he have interviewed and worked with, he's made progress on working with this gentleman to assist him with really getting a hold of his weight and being able to manage that through his diet and the things that he's doing. And we all can do that. We can better manage ourselves when we sit back and learn how to listen to the body and honor who we are as individual people, and know that no matter what the body experiences, we can just take those deep breaths. We can sit back and relax, and we can honor ourselves and know that we are in control of our life. And so I say to you, as I say each week, tune into yourself and step up out of the dark ages of healthcare. Reach another level of wellness, vibrant living, conscious living through living consciously. Because Ernest Holmes, he said it, right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify it. Right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify it. Learning the science of lithology, cellular ecology, those 5 basic principles that I shared with people, that every time you look at your face in the morning, you will remember those 5 things that we need to do daily to support our body. And our first one is L4 filtration. And I'll share with you the other ones next week. So take the deep breath and tune in next week. And the week following that, we will be honoring Debbi Ventura from out of San Diego, Texas. She was the recipient of the Conscious Self Healthcare Award that honors an individual visionary that's sharing with individuals how to better care for themselves in one way or another. And her field is the healthcare field. And so we'll be honoring her the following Wednesday. And that website I am putting together of the information for the celebration of April as being Conscious Self-Healthcare and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month, and April 30th being Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery. If you're going through anything, that's what you're going to have to do, emancipate from medical mental slavery and learn how to better care for yourself naturally and holistically, energetically. So honor yourself this week. We're going to listen to some music as it closes out. And once again, I thank you for your vibration. I thank you for honoring yourself. And for those of you that are sharing with individuals how to better care for themselves holistically and energetically, I honor you as well. Take your deep breaths through the week, family. Take that time to take a break throughout your day and focus on your own self and focus on your health. Thank you so very much. Heart to heart, health and living. Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.
creed or color. Everybody, we need each other. Wake up, everybody. Well, you see, we need wake up.
We never spend time talking to you, so we figured we'd lay it on you, let you know how we feel about love. Paint a pretty smile each day. Loving is a blessing, yeah. Never let it fade away. It's all about love, yeah. Feel yourself a true romance. Beauty that's around you, yeah. You deserve just one more chance, my dear, my dear. Let the light shine all through your life. Feel your little heart aglow. Take the time, make up your mind. It's all about love, yeah. Talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel much better. Know just where to draw the line, girl, my dear, my dear.